action.
What up, what up, what up? Ben Solved here, back at it. Yeah, I've been neglecting my channel, man. My bad. I apologize for that. I've been kind of busy, man. I was managing at Dollar General for a little bit, and that kind of got in the way of doing a lot of stuff. Which is the reason why I'm here, actually. You are deciding or considering managing a Dollar General. So before you make your decision, I wanted to share my perspective on the operational challenges you will encounter at Dollar General based on my experience as a former store manager in Indiana. While the structured 7-day workflow is organized in theory, the lack of adequate labor hours and competitive workforce options make it nearly impossible for a general manager to build a successful team. Employees often describe this repetitive, unaccomplished feeling of the workload as being stuck in the movie Groundhog's Day. Here are some of the primary issues that will counteract a manager's success. 1. Uncompetitive pay and limited labor hours. Indiana's low minimum wage, $7.25, $7.50 an hour, something like that, allows for Dollar General to cap starting pay at $9 an hour. This makes it impossible to compete for quality employees against neighboring businesses. For instance, there's a local donut shop here offering up to $20 an hour, or the nearby fast food restaurant like McDonald's starting at $12 to $15 an hour. Furthermore, strict corporate pay caps apply uniformly, meaning larger high-volume stores cannot offer higher wages to attract staff over smaller locations. I managed a store roughly the size of half of a football field, but my pay rate started at $9 an hour. The Dollar General, 3 miles away from my store, half the size of the store I manage, but the pay rate was the same. Now, as a potential employee, if I'm going to make the decision to make $9 an hour, it will be at a smaller, less customer volume store with less responsibility. Duh. So we're basically competing with each other. Next on the list is inefficient scheduling windows. Stores receive multiple products and vendor trucks weekly, but shipment arrival windows span between 9 and 12 hours. If labor hours are scheduled around an expected delivery and the truck is delayed or doesn't show up, vital labor hours are permanently wasted. So basically, you will be stuck doing most of that labor. Next is going to be one-size-fits-all corporate expectation. Corporate applies identical brand standards and rules across all locations, failing to adjust for store size or customer volume. Managing a large format store with produce inventory carries a significantly more responsibility, yet it receives no additional structural support or competitive wage adjustments compared to a location half its size and doesn't receive half the products, doesn't receive produce. Next would be disregard for field realities. Corporate initiatives often lack flexibility. For instance, following the holiday season, I sent an email to my superior sharing operational feedback, specifically that our location remained open until 11 on December 22nd and 23rd despite having 0 customers during those final hours. While Christmas Eve, the entire town shut down where I'm located, might have been a more strategic time for adjusted hours. Within 8 hours of me sending that email, my district manager arrives at the store to review the camera footage to identify who sent the message, rather than speaking with me directly. Furthermore, I've been made aware that management sought my termination over this feedback, despite the email being written professionally and in the interest of store efficiency. Dollar General promotes an open door policy, but this retaliatory response creates an environment where employees feel unsafe sharing constructive feedback. And I only wrote that email because I was told it was an open door policy. Additionally, leadership positions are frequently filled by district and regional managers who lack direct Dollar General store management experience. While some will have managerial experience, managing a Dollar General is a completely different beast. So you're basically going to be following rules from a person that doesn't even know how to run the register at Dollar General. So keep that in mind. Next would be lack of support for single mothers. While women make up approximately 74% of the management workforce at Dollar General, the company offers minimal child care assistance or scheduling flexibility to help single mothers balance personal crises, such as sudden school closures or family emergencies. Next would be ignored infrastructure issues. Critical maintenance problems routinely neglected. My location suffered from a reoccurring plumbing failure that left staff without working restrooms for weeks. And this was a reoccurring issue. This was like almost every month. Corporate denied requests for temporary porta potties for everyday staff, yet readily funded one when a third-party inventory team was scheduled to visit. I was never given any extra labor hour to compensate, so that means as the store manager, I would have to stay on, even on my days off, just so the store wouldn't close when an employee had to go to the bathroom because they would have to go across the street to the restroom. One last thing, and probably the most important, I should have started with this one. Exceeding manager labor hours. While the company requires a minimum of 48 hours a week for store managers, which is reasonable given the compensation, the reality is quite different. Due to the previous mentioned issues such as lack of competitive pay, general staffing shortages, frequent call-offs, you name it, I don't know one single store manager that has actually worked 48 hours. I personally average right around 65 to 70 per week. Ultimately, the extreme imbalance between the workload and provided workforce resources creates an environment that acts as a disservice to a manager's career progression. When I was hired, I learned that I was actually the third choice candidate. The two other applicants ahead of me accepted other positions, which made it clear that Dollar General was their last resort. Unfortunately, after taking the job, I understood why. While I want everyone who considers managing a Dollar General to be successful, there are counterproductive decisions made above the store level that make success very difficult. The most significant issues you will consistently face are the lack of adequate pay and insufficient labor hours. As a store manager, the workload is intense, and you will be forced to manage with a severely limited workforce. Given these challenges, my advice to anyone considering the store manager position at Dollar General is to be like those other two manager applicants before me. Either wait for something better or find a better career opportunity.